So anyway, as I was saying, this is gonna be a shitty podcast episode because these episodes fucking suck.
Yikes. That's
like I
tragic.
said, when I saw when I was going to watch my episodes today, and I pulled up the Funimation screen and I saw like the little like sneak peek of the episode. I was
thumbnail.
like, no.
He just sees Foxy.
Yeah,
I don't see Foxy, and I go, no, I don't want to. I don't want to.
I didn't listen back to the episode that just released, but so I don't know if it made it into the cut or not. But I mentioned last week that I had accidentally heard the episode preview at the end of 381 rather, and I heard one thing that let me know about what was coming in this week.
Fee.
No, I heard his name because it was in the title for 382. I heard Foxy and I just went, oh.
Can't confirm that was cut.
Luckily, he was only in episode 382, or was only involved in 382. So that was,
if they had done a whole nother like thing, I would have lost my goddamn.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. It's like I think the second time we saw Foxy in like a random set of episodes, he like showed up in the first episode of the set, right? Goes away for a little bit, and then comes back around at the end, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
But could you imagine if he challenged him to another set of Davy back fights, though?
Yeah, I would have lost my shit. I would have skipped these episodes.
Anyway, as you two can see here, I didn't write a fucking summary.
Right.
Shame on you.
Lazy.
Not completely wrong. However,
our budget, our fucking shareholders are going to be up in a roar with this.
They didn't get their quarterly report.
Especially with that bounty you want to place.
So since we're here, if you have not seen our Instagram posts for like the last day or two, talk to Taco or whatever, and we mentioned how Toei Animation recently got hacked, and that put a giant delay on a couple of shows, namely One Piece. They said indefinitely, so we don't know when One Piece is going to come back to airing, which really sucked because, it's...
Luckily, we're not up to date.
Sure, I'm still sad about it because I'm like, damn, It's getting to like a really cool part of the series I'm looking forward to, and now we're just kind of up in the air.
When the Boon becomes the king of the pirates.
So he was like, damn, that dude must have really wanted to know the ending to One Piece real bad, and then he fucked it all for all of us. So he was like, damn, he's got the highest bounty now, 10 billion berries. It's gonna be funded by panda sightings. Thank you for confirming this. I can tell Reddit now. And
AKA
I was like,
Justin.
Yeah, I mean, he said thank you for confirming before any of us even fucking replied to him. But I was like, sure, tell him it'll even be an NFT. And he's like, wow, you called my bluff. That's amazing. I'm not an NFT, crypto. Sorry. It would be in crypto. And then, I bring it to y'all, and you're like, you're out of your fucking mind. And I'm like, bro, crypto's just fake money anyway. All we got to do is make our Panda Coin NFT, and we're fucking golden, right? So Panda Coin trademark coming soon.
There's a lot more to that, Justin.
No. He's got it.
Not all of it. There's more to it.
No. He's got this, Devin.
No, it's his problem. You're right. He's got it.
He's got this. He's got it all under control.
Next week, why is it worth so much money? What happened?
To the moon.
Panda Coin to Mars, because Dogecoin's already going to the moon. So
eat shit, Dogecoin. We're going to Mars.
We're going to Uranus.
Yeah, we are.
Oh God.
I'm in a little bit of a tipsy state. I don't know if I told you guys that before.
No, you did not. You drank in front of your parents?
Well, we went. It's St. Patty's, dude. Wait, what?
Justin still thinks it's scary to drink in front of his family members.
St. Patrick. We're recording this on St. Patrick's Day, by the way, in case it makes it to the edit. So I went out for food and drinks with my family.
I don't know.
As one does. As
I don't get
Irish
along with my parents or my one parent. I cannot imagine just getting drunk in front of them. I don't know. Feels weird.
I mean, I'm not plastered, but I've had some drink. And when I came home to make sure I maintained that state, I took a shot. So that I maintained it for the podcast.
It kind of reminds me of fucking Trailer Park Boys, where it's like riding that line between like shit face and like drunk, where he's like, he carries a breathalyzer around with him. He's like, I am in the perfect equilibrium.
Yeah, that dude's reached Nirvana.
Yeah.
Anyway, so besides, shareholder budget issues or whatever we were trying to say earlier, my second reason for not wanting to write an actual summary was Jordy said we should improvise, and I agree. So I'm gonna just
all right. Well, let's not mix facts here. He said improvise after you had already been like, who cares about a summary? You had already admitted you weren't gonna do a summary, and he was like, all right, improvise then.
Exactly. So now we're just gonna spitball a summary.
Yeah, he just gave you the green light is all. You were never gonna do it. He just went, sure, why not?
No.
I'm not gonna be there anyway, so talk about whatever you want.
What if we just did a panda view?
All right, we've already been down this road before.
What if we just like publish it on One Piece? You know what I mean? On One Piece.
Well, that sounds like something you're not in charge of, thankfully.
Damn, no support.
Not at all. So anyway,
here's our unedited footage.
We started on this like insane spa island that just has saunas and hot tubs for any conceivable liquid in this universe.
Yeah, we have Coke bathhouses and
what the fuck is that?
Milk bathhouses.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's hot Coca-Cola in a giant bath.
Awful.
In an onsen.
That would be so goddamn
sticky. It's an onsen filled with
Frankie clearly appreciated it for whatever reason.
Not when you're Frankie.
That was so gross.
And we got milk for the bony boy because sure, why not?
I mean, there is some historical use of milk baths, so I don't want to shit on that too much. Cleopatra
That's where he draws the line.
The Romans did it.
He draws the line at Coke baths. Milk baths, those are fine.
Because Coke is sticky.
Maybe not when it's hot. You ever had hot Coca-Cola?
Yes, and it's even grosser.
You've had hot Coke? You're an animal.
Yeah, have you ever left a Coca-Cola in the garage during a hot summer day?
So, yeah, it sounds like he just like left it in his car accidentally on a hot day and went, I wonder what this tastes like, because he's an animal.
And then I drank it, and I was like, this is awful. And then I kept drinking.
Savage.
Because I was thirsty.
You're a savage animal.
So yeah, we just left Thriller Bark, Florian Triangle, and conveniently there's this magical spa right outside of it. And the Straw Hats are taking a nice little dip, get some R&R. There's a bunch of amenities you would find at some water resort kind of thing in like the Bahamas or whatever. And everything's going great. Everyone's mostly relaxing. The idiot trio I think they were like skating on soap bars.
Yeah.
So I did see that right. All right. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you nailed it.
All right, cool. Glad I got that one right. So everyone's just having a good time. There's like fucking raining gumdrops for whatever fucking reason.
Normally, well, they're not gumdrops. They're more like
soft candies,
big M&Ms. I don't know. Actually, they're more like jawbreakers, but ones that wouldn't break your jaw.
Taffy.
It looked more like hard candy. To me.
It looked like hard candy, but I assumed by their chewing that it was like taffy.
I don't know.
It's like I don't know. It was gross.
Raining candy is gross.
Well, yeah, you don't know where that candy's been.
Yeah, you don't know where that candy came from.
It's coming from the sky.
Right, that's a problem. Birds live there too. You call them the idiot trio, but I call them the fun-having trio in this at this moment.
Yeah, they were having fun.
They're the fun-having trio right now. They're out here. They're having a good time, skating on soap bars, eating mysterious candy falling from the sky.
They're having a good time.
I mean, everybody's having their own good time, but they're having the most good time, in my opinion.
So they're all having a good time. They managed to bump into these two random girls, Lena or Rena, depending if you're Japanese or not, and
Black Coon
Sayo.
1 and Black Coon 2.
And then they have their, what do they call it? Ocean Tanuki?
It was a sea raccoon.
I guess in mine it was called Tanuki because that dude was transforming, so that's big Tanuki energy.
Tanuki.
Well,
isn't that translation for raccoon?
Tanuki is raccoon dog. This is a sea raccoon. So not technically a Tanuki, I would think, but
I don't know, man. His name was Nuki, and he was in my subtitles was called an Ocean Tanuki. Dude was transforming. 1 and 1 equals fish in my brain here.
Right. Well, we get a fun interaction, possibly the only time we'll ever get this with Chopper, because the small girl, what was her name again? Rena?
Rena, Lena, Ra, La, however you want to say it.
I think my sub called her Rena, so I'm going to refer to her as Rena. Rena has calls Chopper a Tanuki, like everyone who meets him for the first time does. And Chopper goes, "I'm a reindeer, damn it." Wait, you have a raccoon. Shouldn't you know the difference? And we just blow past that. But I love that line as just like a wait a minute. You should know this. Why are you following the joke?
And then they immediately respond with, "He can talk."
Yeah. And then we move on to the more important part, where is that this reindeer Tanuki thing can talk. So, but I love that bit. That bit is fun.
So yeah, they meet these two little girls. They're just chilling, feeding them. They're about to head off for whatever particular reason, when all of a sudden our favorite sleep paralysis demon, Foxy, returns. I had the same reaction, but the one silver lining I had was I looked at Hamburg and I was like, Christian would appreciate this.
Yeah, baby. That's my only silver lining whenever we run into Foxy is Hamburg. And it was made even better because Hamburg was the only one that Luffy remembered to. Granted, it was him getting the shit beaten out of him by Sanji, but...
Wait, was that... No, I don't think that was Hamburg getting his shit kicked in. That was just the other giant.
Well,
Hamburg got beat too.
The specific flashback might not have been Hamburg. I can't remember it right now, but he remembered Hamburg because of the not a soccer game that they played, and that he got the shit kicked out of him. So in that sense, I'm happy.
Interesting.
And then eventually he comes to realize after Foxy spouts a bunch of buzzwords at Luffy, like Davy back fight and undefeated boxing record.
Took my fucking Jolly Roger and maybe a reference to Afro Luffy, who knows?
Yeah, and then he goes, "All right, slow split head guy."
Hold on a second. There seem to be some other familiar faces here. So this is where you've been, my dear old rival, Strawhead Luffy. It's been a long time.
Do I know you?
Do I know you? He doesn't remember me.
It's okay, boss. Don't be sad.
He's like, it's silver-haired Foxy, sure.
Luckily, we don't run into them for very long, though. They basically just exist in this arc to like show off their weird mirror thing that they created. Take the notebook for 2 seconds and then break their mirror thing and get Team Rocketed into the sky.
I thought the exact same thing when Luffy hit him with the bazooka. I was like, Team Foxy's flying off again.
When they hit the water and they were like slowly going under, I was like, yes, drown.
Yes, kill
drown.
Foxy. Burn.
Drown, damn it, drown. You're in an iron cage in the water, drown. I don't know how you escaped, but drown.
Well, it's got a large opening where the mirror door used to be. So
also, Hamburg apparently has a very large chest, and you can fit 2 people on there.
Yeah, boy, man, he's thick. Hamburg's thick. Why do you think I like him so much?
He do be dummy thick.
Dude's a human flotation device.
Basically,
human life raft.
Well, he's only going to be nerfed once he eats a devil fruit in the future.
Nonsense. Hamburg's perfect the way he is.
This is Evan's bold prediction. We're going to run into Hamburg again, and next time he's going to have a devil fruit.
Yeah.
He's going to get the steel fruit, and he's going to become the Hamburglar.
Oh, like he steals things from people, not the metal steel.
No, I was talking about the McDonald's Hamburglar.
No, I know that.
No, but we're talking about the fruit. So he just steals.
In order to be a burglar, you steal things. That's what I mean.
Yes.
The steal, like EA, not EE.
Please explain the mechanics of the steel fruit. I'm very invested in this.
So have you seen
Konosuba?
God damn it.
I have not. Go on.
I mean, then you don't get the joke. There's no other way to put it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to see it.
You can't just simply explain it?
It's as simple as it sounds.
He reaches his hand forward and screams "steal," and whatever he wants pops into his hand.
And then he takes your panties. So basically, Brooke's favorite fruit.
Brooke with the steel ability from fucking Konosuba would be
my God.
S tier.
He would never need to ask again. He could just do it.
Hey, stop that. Anyways, Dylan, cut that.
No, I don't think he will.
I love the Straw Hats, or well, really Luffy's solution to the problem that becomes evident when, for some, it's just kind of thrown in there that this Spa Island owner also knows about the gem hunt. I guess we should preface this with Lena.
Yeah, I was like, you're skipping a couple steps here.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, so these two little girls we run into, Rina and Sayo, they're the daughters of some researcher, in the world, who thinks he's discovered this formula to produce gems and jewels. So big sister's, trying to continue his research. Little sister's just along for the ride, but ain't feeling. He's like, dad's a liar, blah blah blah. Doran, who's the Spa Island owner, catches wind of this research being conducted, and he wants in. He wants to cash out on it. So he kidnaps Sayo, holds her hostage, and is like, hey, if you want your friend back, got to get me the jewel or whatever. And Luffy's solution is,
I'm going to saw this boat in half. I just like the fact how there's a giant fuck-off howitzer as the mast.
Yeah, so nonsense, dude.
Also, let's talk about basic cannon fire, all right? He raises the cannon above her, fires it as a warning shot to threaten the pirate crew, and then aims it back. If he had done that, the force alone from the gases extruding from the fucking barrel would have eviscerated her.
Yeah, I mean, at a minimum, she shouldn't be able to hear anymore.
Bare minimum.
She should be. Her brain should be leaking from her eardrums. But because this is an anime, obviously not the case. They do show her kind of brutally getting blown away by the aftershock, though, which I thought was kind of funny.
Again, it would have eviscerated her.
Right, but the real force of a shock
dude.
that size.
That's not how cannons work. The propulsion system of firing the ammunition, baby shit. The actual munition might as well be a nuke. All right.
I don't think you understand.
I don't think you understand how anime works here, Devin.
Well, that's the other problem, is that we had this issue with on Drum Island too, right? With was it Drum Island or was it Buggy? Somebody had a giant ass cannonball that did a fuck ton of damage to the surrounding area when it was shot off into the distance, but then when it was used in close quarters, or when it would have actually affected a character, it was like wet noodle.
Sounds like buggy bombs.
I think it was buggy bombs, but this had the same thing where they shot it off into the distance for dramatic effect. It basically blew up with the force of an atom bomb, and then we fire it off at least 2 more times directly at his own ship, by the way. And it does basically nothing. It does a small, as if you were just throwing a grenade on the ground, it achieved the same effect, which was my first thought too, when he aims this cannon at the girl tied up on a post on top of a building on his own ship. I was like, this is going to blow away your entire ship if you fire this this is so overkill for a small child. You could have just sent one of the Foxy Pirates up there with a gun and gotten the same effect, but instead,
come on, whoa, hold up. He initially sent the Foxy Pirates to do a retrieval mission, right? And they fucked that up. So he said, fuck it, I'm gonna take care of this myself.
All right, send one of your elite security guards that you boasted about. I don't know.
Elite security guards.
Look, that's
all 3 of them that shot Frankie.
That's the word he used. All right. Well, they had boatloads of them. We only saw 10 of them though, when our Straw Hats just ran through them.
3 of them were okay.
Paper.
So we got 3 of them choking on Tabasco sauce. Another 3 of them got snapped in half by Robin. 2 of them got electrocuted by Nami. What else am I missing? Frankie took down a whole hallway full of them because he got mad he fell down the stairs. Am I missing anything else?
I don't.
Chopper punched a hole in the wall.
Right, but that didn't directly affect any of the elite guards. So, but yeah, the point stands. This guy would have blown away all of his entire ship with one cannon fire at that girl.
I'm gonna make an investment, but first I had to put a hole in my wall.
right after the Straw Hats made a big ruckus destroying his building, he was like, well, I can do that, and he pulled out his giant cannon. and decided he was going to shoot a small child.
He's
on
like,
top of
no
a
one
roof.
destroys my resort except me. All right.
No, yeah, just beautiful mwah, out of Luffy. This might be the best idea he's ever had.
Yeah, the rate to violence. I love that answer. For it's like, or we could just break everything.
Yeah,
He was like, it'll be easier to find her if we just, break everything around us. We'll find her eventually. It's digging with more fun.
Can I say one thing though about these episodes? Am I the only one that noticed the amount of effort you could tell they put into the animation of these
budget?
episodes?
Oh yeah, Sanji.
What the fuck?
the budget used on Sanji when he's talking to the ocean raccoon Tanuki thing. Bro,
God, what a stupid bit.
So much budget. Also, there was a whole lot of budget thrown at Nami jiggle physics. That's all I'm saying.
It happens.
Fan service.
It happens.
Nami deserves better.
We'll be back to the normal stuff later, surely. For now, we live with this. It happens. Fan service. It got really quiet.
Yeah.
I was having a moment of silence. That probably got service.
That probably got cut, but for the listeners, there was 6 seconds of straight silence.
Segueing to budget. So we had OP budget Sanji. We already just Nami, allegedly, if that even gets live on air. Any other sources of budget we can identify?
Just the whole thing in general, really. Those 2 episodes where we were on this spa island were just so, they poured probably way more money than they should have, or at least way more effort into it than they should have, for this silly, nonsensical 2-episode thing that happened.
Can't agree.
But hey, man, I guess I'm not complaining that much. Looked good. My eyes were pleased. That's all I need, I guess, for these in-between episodes, that is. Was there water ping pong? I don't remember him mentioning water ping pong. I'm just looking at the amenities list that you had.
It was when they were panning over all the pools, where they had the bunny girl doing poker. They had the first one was the ping pong tables. You couldn't really see it.
Okay.
It was really quick.
I remember pool roulette and gambling, and I was like, man, why hasn't Vegas thought of that yet?
Probably because it's gross.
Is it?
I feel like they probably have thought of it. That just sounds bad.
Also, cards and water takes one asshole
it was roulette.
To splash.
I don't remember a poker table. Was there a poker table too? I remember a roulette table.
It's also hard to rig a roulette table underwater versus on a dry surface.
It sounds cool in theory.
You build the part that's underwater out of something that's not going to deteriorate.
I think it's mostly a maintenance thing.
Well,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. People are going to be, drooping water all over your velvet, roulette board. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a nightmare for maintenance. You're probably replacing this thing monthly.
A bunch of drunk people holding plastic chips in a pool and then be like, oh, hold on, I dropped my chips in the pool, and then drowning because they're drunk. I could think of 100 different liability issues with it.
Anyway, we I don't know. They blow the place to hell. Zoro cuts up the cannon. It does nothing because he still fires it as if it was a sawed-off barrel. And we
I gotta make fun of it because the gun nut inside me is making fun of it. The barrel itself, you could see the grooves where they were trying to imply that it was rifled. I don't know if you guys know what rifling is. It's how a bullet is
correct.
Twisted spins. And looking at it, it was they're just straight lines.
They were very much straight lines.
It was there was no point to this. Why would just a little twist? That's all you need. No.
My favorite thing is when Chopper and Nami get up to Sayo, who's tied up on the post, and there's a lock on the
rope
on the ropes that are tying her up. And
blew my fucking mind.
They go, oh no, a lock. Instead of just going, cut.
Snip.
Well, what are they going to cut with the rope with? They're
what's his face? Chopper's hooves are sharp.
Untie it. It's a lock.
She's got her Climatox on her. I don't know, man.
Chopper could probably bite him off.
Yeah,
They
anything.
look like shoelaces.
But then once Zoro's done cutting the barrel of this giant fuck off cannon, he also happens to jump down and land and swipe the ropes off of her in one fell swoop. So we just like, I'm glad that was the end result here, that somebody came along and was just like, snip, instead of them like picking the lock. Because there is 5 seconds before that where Nami and Chopper are like fiddling with the ropes, and it seems like they're trying to pick the lock, and I'm like, guys, please, Nami, at least you're supposed to be the smart one. I'm dying.
I'm sorry, you're calling Nami the smart one? Like, I'm not saying she's not intelligent, but I feel like that title is specifically reserved for Robin.
When compared to the rest of them?
Touche.
She is the smart one. Before Robin showed up, she was definitely the smart one.
And then they made a really shiny rock.
Collapsing the economy.
Yeah, that's really gonna fuck up the local economy for sure. It's just this influx.
Inflation? Who? What?
Yeah, this influx of extremely rare precious pearl or whatever. I half expected, though, as soon as they introduced this idea of their father making the gems, that it was just going to end up being the candy that fell out of the sky. I thought that, like, I don't know how it was going to happen, but I just figured that they were going to realize that the candy falling out of the sky was the gems their dad was looking to make.
And then when they do make the gem, their dad just shows up, like, knowing that they made it that time.
Yeah,
like,
he has a sixth sense.
He went on vacation. He was like, fuck it. My daughters are way smarter than me.
This dad is a bum.
At least they have a dad, Devin.
When we make that eventual like bad dads tier list, we should try and keep this guy in mind. I think.
Yes.
I think we need to keep. I think we need somebody. We need to write down this guy's name, and make sure he makes it somewhere on that tier list. And then because the Straw Hats can't hold on to wealth in any way, shape, or form, Luffy immediately just drops the candy.
Okay, hold on. Not fair. He didn't drop it. A gumball from the sky strategically hit the pearl thing in his hand and knocked it away, and it got lost in the shuffle.
Huh? What's happening? Ouch! It's more of that stupid candy rain! Lucky me! Oops, dropped the gem. Where? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? It was right there in your hand! Look for it! All of you, find that gem right now!
Anyway, so that concludes the first 2 episodes we watched pretty much. It's just a fun little side quest, I guess. I don't know. Justin says he hated it, though.
As I thought it was going to be.
I mean, I want to get to the next, like, important arc.
Man,
Like,
take some time. Enjoy the ride a little bit.
I get that. I understand the purpose of...
Stop and smell the flowers every now and then.
I understand the purpose of, like, in-between transition arcs / episodes and all that stuff for, like, storytelling. Or, you know, just giving people breaks when it comes to animating or writing or whatever. I get that. But I'm selfish, and I just want to get to the next arc. Because,
See,
you know...
I'm with you, Justin. I'm with you to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, these episodes, I mainly enjoyed these episodes only because of the animation.
I can agree with that. Animation was really fire. And it was pretty to look at. But I'm
also
plot.
grateful with the fact that it was short.
Touche. Yes, that is
If
huge.
this was like 12 episodes, I'd be like, pull the trigger, Morty. Pull the trigger. I can't take this Candy Drop City fucking sauna bullshit.
Honestly,
like,
2 episodes was perfect. I actually really like the third episode we get hit with.
It's basically 3 episodes of... It's
the
3
third
episodes
episode
of...
felt like we could have skipped these 2 and just continued right into the third.
We could have skipped the 3rd episode. Nothing happens in the 3rd episode.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
like it's focused on the crew, and it's about.
I'm not saying it's not fun. I'm just these 3 episodes don't need to exist. Like they only exist as a break in between arcs. There's no other service for them. There's no story that gets dropped. There's no meaningful character development or anything. Like nothing happens.
I don't know. I feel like there's some usefulness in.
Yeah, there's character
Brooks' little adventure of
Brooke learns to protect his food.
We definitely don't.
That.
But in in this universe where like we have these 3 episodes, my argument is just like the third one. What is it? 384.
Yeah,
is no. If we had to cut 2 out of the 3, I'm keeping this third one.
Very specifically pick and choose of you. These 3 episodes do not need to exist, but they exist and they're fun. I like them. They're a nice lull in the action. And even the first few episodes of whatever arc we're about to get into will probably be kind of the same. There might be more story involved in them, but, for the moment, stop and smell the roses a little bit. Calm down.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
These arcs already last like fucking 100 episodes. What's 3 more?
I'm just grateful it wasn't longer than 3 episodes. If it was another Foxy full 12 episodes,
I'm just glad Foxy was over and done within 1 episode. That's all I care about.
Thank God.
Not even
God.
1 episode. He was gone in 12 minutes. Like the halfway point of the episode hit, and Foxy was already gone. I was like, thank God.
I like how they had to actually, like, in the second episode, like recognize, like, hey, he's still alive. Like,
he'll be back. Don't you worry, he'll be back, audience members.
And it's just like, no, I wanted him to drown.
So yeah, the last episode is just following Brooke, trying to find his place on the crew. Everyone seems to kind of have like their own thing that they do, and Brooke just wants to be helpful. And he's like me at work. I oftentimes have to go help out in like a different department, namely the customer service desk. I know how to do a lot of things in there, but I don't get a lot of practice, and I don't have a whole lot of confidence in my ability to do certain things back there. So every time I go back there, I have the intention of being helpful, but I'm definitely making at least one mistake that's causing a headache for everybody in the room. That's all I'm saying. And that's where Brooke was during this episode, and I feel for the boy. He's like, oh, you're doing this thing? Let me help you out. Oops, I fucked this thing up.
You need a giant tub of soda? Well, here's soy sauce.
Yeah, the barrels aren't even labeled. Like
that one I would even fuck up.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of barrels kind of haphazardly thrown into a storage closet. And there's like 6 or 7 barrels in there. So either they just throw everything into barrels and put them in the same room, which is animalistic, or they have 7 barrels of soy sauce, also animalistic. Who needs that much soy sauce?
I'm asking myself the same thing, and I want to agree with you, but the more I think about it, I feel like it's practical for the crew.
I use a lot of soy sauce.
Somebody's going through a lot of meals, right? Got to cook for, what is it,
that
9,
dude does
8
nothing
people?
but cook, dude. He finishes the one meal, eats it with the crew, and then goes directly into cooking the next meal. That dude does nothing else with his time.
I mean, have you seen Luffy? He's got a lot of work to do back there.
That was a great bit, by the way, where Brooke's at the lunch table or whatever, and he's talking to Nami, and Nami goes, he's worried about knowing his place or whatever in the crew initially at the beginning of the episode, and Nami goes, if I can offer you one piece of advice, it's that always pay attention to your plate or something like that. And immediately Luffy's reaching over going, that's spaghetti mine.
I understand why you're so worked up, but take it easy. Now that you're part of our crew, let me give you a little piece of advice.
I shall listen carefully. Thank you.
You must never, ever let your guard down during a meal, not even for a second.
Right. Understood, Nami. I shall be ever vigilant. When an enemy attacks, quick draw Brooke will be there to save the day.
It looks like you're a little too late to save this one.
Oh?
Come here, food.
Hey, hold on a minute. Luffy, stop!
Somebody took my spaghetti.
My spaghetti. And Brooke tries to dive after it, but he's too late. Luffy's already nomming on it.
The wasted screen from Drift out of Heavens.
No, yeah. Brooke's worried that if he doesn't do enough because he found the log of their adventures to this point.
Mm-hmm.
So he's worried that if he doesn't do something relatively noteworthy, Luffy will just kick his ass right out of there harder than he did to Usopp. And, and
could you imagine if that was written in the book too?
Yeah, it might have been. Maybe that's why Brooke was so worried.
He's like, hold on, they almost got rid of Usopp. If they can get rid of Usopp, what are they going to do to me?
The Usopp? No, yeah. So Brooke's worried he's going to lose his spot. So he frantically goes around and tries to help wherever. Of course, he fucks everything up until he meets Robin, who is the voice of reason and has been in the same scenario. And I like the scene. The scene's very nice and sweet, with Robin offering him the advice of just kind of you're good, bro.
Chill the fuck out, bro.
I was there. Believe me, I literally wanted to die. You're literally dead. We're two peas in a pod.
We're two halves of the same coin.
I can't believe you would think something like that.
Well, I did, but soon after I realized I'd made a mistake. Judging your worth through others' eyes isn't what friendship's about.
What do you mean by that?
Think about it. I'm sure you'll find the answer soon enough.
And then we got the return of him playing the slow version of the song.
Yeah, my favorite version of Binks's Brew, this slow string version that he plays in the dusk time of the day. Mwah.
So good.
It was nice too when he was dozed off against the mast, taking that nap as well, or just wherever he was, taking that nap, and he's like, before I could hear nothing basically, but the sound of my own silence. But now, and then it just flashes to kind of what all the Straw Hats are doing at that moment.
In those days, I could find peace neither in slumber nor my waking hours. But now, if I listen carefully.
Oh, wow. Look at that one, Robin. Isn't it cute?
It is. I think anything on this page would look beautiful on you, Nami.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
I mean, we already know that Brooke is a fan favorite around these parts, and this just kind of only serves to the worth of this episode is just to kind of give more insight into what Brooke is thinking, give Brooke's point of view on everything. So in that sense, it's worthwhile to see, and it kind of holds its value there. Even though I still think the episode doesn't really need to exist because it doesn't really explain anything we didn't already know about Brooke's feelings, but it was just kind of nice to see it from his perspective, I guess, and to have Robin give him the reassurance that he was definitely going to be fine. There was no way he was going to be just kicked off of the ship randomly.
All roads lead back to Robin appreciation. That's basically it, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. These episodes are relatively quick feeling. They get straight to the point. Things happen, and then we're bing bang bong. We're out of there.
1 hour in and out, easy. So that's it. Those are the episodes we watched. Next week we are watching 385 to 387. This is the beginning of the new arc. I want to make a note to these two, which they already know, but to any audience members out there, if you want to avoid any spoilers that come from One Piece OPs, skip this one up until episode 411. Yeah.
Oh, that was now? I thought it was a little later.
I'm prettle sure just in
like,
case, I feel like it starts next week.
It's okay. I skip them most of the time anyways.
Well, I like to watch I watched the new OP the first time it pops up.
Right.
This one I think it's actually literally One Piece opening 11. I could be wrong. I would recommend skipping it, like Jordy said, up until this particular episode, mostly just because it it does actually spoil actual plot.
I mean, if Jordy says it's going to spoil something, I'm going to skip it. I just thought I thought it was closer to like episode 400 for some reason. I don't remember.
Pretty sure it's at 411. That's what I remember reading in the chat. But yeah, it definitely spoils actual plot, and it reveals a whole lot of characters, which I think should be held off until you actually meet them in the show.
Right.
So that being said, we got any quotes? Because I only got one. And my one quote is, I think it's in the second episode. They're destroying the whole island or whatever, and Brooke is just big chilling on his lawn chair. And he's like, you guys are doing a great job.
My, that's really nice work, everyone. Oh.
Why don't you do some nice work too, damn it? Bastard!
And he's just Brooks just sitting there with a Mai Tai in his hand, in his Bruce Lee getup that he's got going on.
Okay, so I'm not the only one who picked that up. There's a little jumpsuit he's got going on. Whatever that he's wearing is a, what do you call it, a wetsuit for when you're like surfing or whatever. It looked exactly like Bruce Lee's outfit
He's
from like some random
got
movie.
a yellow with black racing stripe jumpsuit that looks exactly like something
Kill
you
Bill?
would see. Well, yes, but I mean that's also based off of Bruce Lee's outfit as well.
Right.
But he's also got like a big like red beret on or something like that. Also, like he was going golfing as well. Brooks' outfit is out there in that episode or episodes.
Brooks on vacation time.
He is very much on vacation.
Well, he's stuck in the 50s of fashion.
True.
He's been on a boat.
He's
isolated for so
still
long.
50 years behind on fashion. I think he needs to hit up that fashion magazine with Nami and Robin that they were going through before. I think because he's still also rocking, that torn suit that he's got there. Yeah. Got the chunk taken out of the shoulder or whatever on one side. Magically, his face is fixed though. We don't establish how that happened. It's just kind of a thing. How he had the giant crack in his face, like through one eye socket.
Yeah,
That's just fixed. The milk bath probably fixed that right up.
I swore there was like an explanation for that, and maybe it happens in the future. But maybe it's just another freaking Mandela effect, just like last recording. I swear there is an explanation for how Brooke heals. I swear.
Milk.
It's got to
It should be milk. But now I suddenly have zero confidence if that's actually like canonical
Psych,
information.
it's Dr. Pepper.
But Dr. Pepper. I mean, really, Frankie, like, what are you doing? There's got to be some kind of Dr. Pepper equivalent in this world. Why aren't we rocking Dr. Pepper and not cola, man? Like, Dr. Pepper is superior. It's got to be the milk though for Brooke. Although that's what I thought back on Thriller Bark, but then he chugged that carton of milk in the kitchen and it didn't fix anything. Back when I thought when he chugged milk, he would get like Super Saiyan powers.
That would have been hilarious. I'm still on that bandwagon. That would have been the best
One
joke
day.
ever.
One day, maybe. Yeah, like Chopper will develop some kind of super milk, like his Rumble Balls, but it'll be a carton of milk that you got in like high school or something.
It'll be like a Yakult from like those little Asian like I don't know if they're milk based, but it's like probably like yogurt little bottles. I see them all the time in like Asian grocery stores. People love them. That's what I imagine.
Like
Future
at the
Chopper's
animals?
little. Yeah, something like that, kind of similar energy, honestly.
It's just super rich in nutrients and stuff. Like it's for a 6-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that's actually a really good comparison. I've never thought of that before. It's gonna be really degenerate of me when I just go to some random person eating this drinking this Asian drink, and I'm like, hey, it looks like animals.
I go, who?
Show me how uncultured I am.
Dan's who?
All right, so next up is Golden Ham.
I want to
What
either give it
fuck
to
do we give that to?
Luffy for the song "The Boat in Half," or why am I blanking on his name? Wow,
Nuki?
No, my brain's just having a brain fart. Brooke. I want to give it to Brooke just because slow song. I have no other candidates unless anyone else has something better.
I didn't have anything walking up
Well,
in here.
I mentioned it just now. I'm willing to give it to Nuki because cute little bugger that I would definitely buy a plushie for, and also because he gives us furry bait.
Oh no!
That's right.
But also tiny Nami.
Oh.
I vote for Nuki because cute. That's it.
I'm down for Nuki. I'm down to give it to the one-time character we're never gonna see again.
I guess I'll give it to Nuki. I want the boat being sawn in half, though.
Don't worry, Devin. Luffy's gonna saw a bunch of boats in half in the future. Don't you worry.
All right.
All right, so
what's
Golden
next?
Ham established. I believe Jordy, I don't know if this is like a leftover grab bag, but when I was looking at the sheet earlier, it said haiku. And I said,
I ain't
fuck
doing
that.
that.
Exactly. I said, fuck that shit. So I went digging around. I was like, there are definitely some emails I wanted to cover. I just got to like go through the log, try to remember what's appropriate to bring on the cast or whatever. And I found a listener question.
Okay.
And it reads as such. If you want to scroll down. This is an email from Ben Starkey, if I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't. Their question is, in a free-for-all fight between Buggy, Wapple, and Foxy, who would win?
Buggy.
Oh, jeez.
Buggy.
I agree. I think Buggy would win. However, I think Wapple is a very valid contender.
I think so too. I think despite I think I want to go with Wapple.
Really? You want to commit to Wapple?
I feel like I want to say Wapple.
Who? Wapu? I'm just saying Buggy. I don't know who we're talking about. I only heard Buggy. I didn't hear the other two.
Buggy probably has the best combat experience. I wouldn't say probably. Buggy definitely has the most combat experience out of all of them, having gone through the Grand Line, allegedly, and also just in general, whenever we encountered him, he's doing actual fighting and not nonsense fighting like Wapple and Foxy do. But I don't know. Maybe I'm overestimating Wapple's power in this universe, his devil fruit, but I don't know. I feel like Wapple. I see. Here's what I'm kind of doing. I think I'm detaching the character from the fruit and just going like which fruit would be the best in a fight instead of taking into account the entire character.
Because Wapple doesn't use his tool very well.
Yeah. Well,
and Foxy is just
I mean, I'm not going to talk about anything in his private life with his tools, but
I mean, he did make his own fucking business by just eating stuff in that cover.
Hey man, that's is that canon? Does that count as canon, or is that?
Let me get back to you on that. I don't want to say yes or no because I don't actually know. I don't know if cover stories are canon. I want to say yes, but I want to say yes, but I don't know anything for sure. Let me get back to you on that.
I think after talking it over to myself just now, I think I'm gonna also agree and say Buggy. Yeah.
Yeah, this felt pretty weighted. Buggy just has the best combat experience, right?
Buggy D Clown.
He does have the D also. It's true.
That is also true.
He has the will of the D.
Wapple is no slouch, I think, in this three-way battle. Foxy's pure meme. Wapple is big meme energy, but I think he dark horse and in the tournament kind of thing. But I think Buggy's just the objectively right answer here.
Yeah. I think that's right. I think that's definitely it.
But what if Wapple ate a Buggy bomb?
I'm interested.
He would die.
Depends which version of the Buggy bomb we're talking about again. Is it the first time? Is it the very first? Yeah, is it the nuclear explosion Buggy bomb that they fired initially, or is it the wet tissue paper one that they fired the rest of the time? He
would just transform into a bomb, thus blowing himself up, becoming that Pokemon.
But that Pokemon always reforms, right? Question mark?
Sure.
No. Yeah, that's what we tell the kids.
It's just Voltorbs are just faulty Pokeballs that they released into the wild.
Sentient Pokeballs are like, please end my suffering.
They made those Pokeballs in the lab, but there was some kind of defect along the factory line, so they just threw them out into the forest, and eventually they became sentient.
Holy shit, this got real dark.
But always with the expectation that they would blow up one day under the wrong circumstances. Wow.
Oh no.
What if fuck holy shit. How did we get here? This is so dark.
Nah, it's fine. Pokemon, I don't know if you know this, but the Pokemon world has some dark tones to it, man.
I've heard. I don't know too many details, but I've heard.
Have you even read the Pokédex, man? Cubone wears his dead mom's head.
Yeah, you do that.
I've been hearing the OG manga be doing some crazy shit.
That's only the first generation.
What was it? The one Pokédex entry I remembered reading was I think the Pokemon's called Driftloon. It's like a literal balloon Pokemon.
It's a hot air balloon.
And it just, if a kid holds on tight, it's taking you places.
Bye-bye.
And I don't think it really cares if you let go or not.
No.
Yes, Timmy, let go.
I'm pretty sure that line of Pokemon are ghost types too. So
they just make more ghost types.
Oh no.
I'm fairly confident Drifloons are a ghost type.
I mean, the universe is really fucked up when you think about Cloyster and the whole visual representation of that thing.
Well,
Well, anyways, if you enjoyed this episode, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Panda Sightings.
Us ending this terrible recording.
I guess so. This always happens with just the three of us, though. It's fine. They love it.
You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Panda Sightings. You can also send us questions just like this lovely one at pandasightings@gmail.com.
Don't forget to rate us 5 stars. We're still at a 4.9 because of a certain somebody.
We must defeat the dark side of the editor.
And that's on Spotify. Feel free to also give us a review on Apple Podcasts. Also, feel free to listen to Panda View, our other podcast that was recently added to Apple finally after we figured out whatever RSS nonsense was going on. So yeah, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts. Please rate us, review us, do all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe.
Shit, I forgot. I was going to mention again.
Come on.
It's kind of worthless doing it after all of the outro stuff, but with the conclusion, Brendan tried to bring it up last episode, but with the conclusion of the arc, I won the bet because Brooke never lost his shadow again.
Oh yeah.
So I only remembered it this time because you brought up Panda View. So eventually we'll be watching a few episodes of Space Dandy, and that'll probably go up on Panda View.
I actually look forward to that. It's gonna be cool.
So whenever, I got to rewatch and pick. I'm gonna hand pick some episodes. We're not just gonna watch the first 3 episodes,
as you should. But also, Dandy, yeah, Space Dandy is a type of show where you could just nitpick and be like, "Yeah, this is the show. This is the order." I swear, totally not episodes 1, 12, and
I'm just
5.
gonna hand pick my favorite couple of episodes, including an episode I know Brendan will probably hate. So just throw in a little bit of torture for somebody else that's not Devin.
I don't know what your favorite episodes are on that series. However, if it just so happens to include the episode where like they have some weird existential crisis where I think they meet like a deity, there might be a ramen shop on that episode. I might be mixing 2 different plot lines. But if you know what I'm talking about, and if it fits your little hand selection there, feel free.
Yeah, I will be taking extensive notes on my rewatch to make sure I pick the exact ones that I want. But anyway, look forward to that eventually. We'll remind you guys here so that you can look over, or you can move yourself over to Panda View whenever that episode finally drops and we decide to record it, even because we can't even record episodes for our last bet because they haven't fit into the whatever schedule Jordy's made for us, even though we made that bet and it was concluded 6 months ago.
Remember that? I remember not.
I remember
up on that.
I don't even remember what we're supposed to watch anymore.
I can tell you that actually right now. I've listened to the last Panda View episode. That fun fact, Jordy did a solo cast with Matilda. They watched a movie called Lost in Translation. I know nothing about that movie, but that podcast is pretty nice. A little scuffed in the beginning, not gonna lie, but it was good, wholesome fun.
Yeah, because nobody wanted to host it. Probably neither of those 2 people wanted to talk about it.
You are 100% correct. Wow, did you watch the episode?
No, Jordy hit me up about 20 minutes before they were going to record and go,
he called you. I remember hearing your voice.
Wait, really?
He called you on the cast, and it's all recorded.
Wait, what cast?
There's a new Panda View episode that came out like a couple days ago.
Oh, he recorded that conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't listen to the episode yet, so I have no idea.
You debuted.
Hey, so I'm still part host. Yeah, no, he called me and was like, how fast can you watch a 2-hour movie? And I was like, bruh, it's like 7 o'clock at night already. I'm about to go eat dinner and then like chill before I have to go to work in the morning. The fuck do you mean?
If there's any incentive to watch that episode or listen to that episode.
Before we keep on rambling.
No. Let me close out. All I'm saying is listen to that new Panda View recording because you're going to love the little preview at the end, previewing our next movie we're gonna watch. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. Promise.
Wait, there is?
Yeah, Jordy explained on the cast like we're not doing Minority Report because XYZ reason.
Oh, come on! This is way funnier when we just didn't address it. He picked a way better movie though.
That's all I'm saying.
No, that's fine. I just didn't want to ever address Minority Report. I just wanted it to exist, and I wanted someday somebody to just stumble upon it and go, man, why didn't they ever watch Minority Report? And then
Jordy couldn't handle it. It was eating him alive.
Ah, that's
the audience has to know.
Boo.